Hi, I'm Alexander Wayne.
And I'm Baylee Naples.
Today we're going to be talking about hotel safety and security. We're going to be talking about technology in the workplace, risk, and overall employee safety in natural events and disasters.
Hi everyone. So I will be talking about technology in the hospitality industry. As you all are aware, technology is probably one of the main focuses that every hotel is starting off with. I'm going to be talking about rise of technology in the hospitality industry. Tech has become critical to attracting and retaining guests. More and more hotels are providing smart technology in guest rooms. Guests want the comfort of their home and their own hotel room. So every time they're going to a hotel, they want to feel that comfort, whether it comes with the different Amazon Alexas, just their smart TVs, anything of that sort too, which I'll be talking about a little bit later. 1/5 of US households with Wi Fi, that's about 19 million households, had one smart speaker or more in 2018. 54% of hotels will spend more on technology this year alone. Technology is supposed to optimize a hotel guest experience too, as well. That honestly can be probably one of the main reasons why a guest wants to go to a certain hotel, just because of this aspect. Reservations must be easily made via any smart device. Guest rooms must facilitate any type of contact. Networks need to be rock solid, and data is now your most valuable asset when it comes to the rise of technology. Smart hotel room innovation seems to be unlimited, and technology improves hotel operation. A few smart features that have been coming up within the last few years is the Alexa by Amazon is being added into all guest room. And a lot of the times with Alexas in the Amazon room, a guest can walk in, turn on and off the lights, TV, curtains. They can call housekeeping, do room service. They can change it to do not disturb for housekeeping as well. Another thing is also digital check-in by they can pass along check-ins and lines, and guests can just check in themselves too, especially with their hurry. A lot of the times most of our convention guests seem to really like to do the digital check-in or with the kiosk. Another thing as well is smart TVs. Guests can upload their own personal information from their phone to their TV. Another smart feature is also smart art. One thing that guests are able to do is add their own photos throughout the hotel room as well. Virtual reality is where guests are able to explore the property before they book their hotel. So a lot of the times we have the new virtual reality where they can put it on and see. Some of the hotels are actually doing, believe Marriott is actually one of them, so you can actually go in and see what the property looks at before you look at it. Now, there are risks of technology in the hospitality industry. One is intercepting guest information that includes credit cards, personal information, hacking into Alexas inside their guest room as well by surveillance, listening to business meetings, more about the information of the guest. Attackers unlocking digital key doors that includes stealing guest valuables, finding a path into hotel systems, data interconnectivity with hotel. There can be a data breach can spread quickly across one location. This risk is even greater for hotel chains. Outdated equipment not properly being disposed, and then risk from third-party vendors.
Implementing changes in the hospitality industry. One thing that we can do is investing more dollars into cybersecurity. Also, guests are able to opt out of their smart rooms or any type of technological device in their room as well. We can implement secure workplace policies, identify all areas at risk, and probably build a security culture.
All right, now we're going to be talking about safety in emergency events and natural disasters. As we all know, there's been a growing danger in the number of active shooters and terrorist events that have grown at a commensurate rate. They can occur without warning, and it's very important to be prepared. Geographic regions and natural disasters have always been a concern for the hospitality industry for centuries. So the question is, how can employees be prepared for these type of dangerous situations? Navigating these emergency situations and responding appropriately is a priority. Hotels have increased exposure, very similar to schools or large place events. Their hotels pack large public crowds and they host big events. It's difficult to isolate potential threats and dangers in that type of environment. So how do we become prepared? First thing we can do is implement new policies. There have been talks of emergency preparedness kits, radio, flashlights, battery packs, and there's also kits that are specific to geographic regions if you're based in a more aquatic region. There's also new procedures and prevention plans. The American Red Cross app, which can be downloaded on any smartphone today, is now available so you can keep in track with emergency weather events, amber alerts, or just any type of big disaster that might affect a hotel industry or hospitality industry in general. There's new emphasis on emergency procedures, and you can have professional training classes during orientation for new hires and whatnot so they can constantly be prepared. Disaster struck. Now, what happens when disaster does strike. We have a checklist of weather warnings, guest advisement, transportation assistance, and securing loose items. So a checklist is obviously just making sure all your barriers are protected and that everything is locked down. There's guest advisement, we're letting the guests know what's going on with a poster or phone call, transportation assistance if necessary for any guests available or employees, and securing loose items such as umbrellas on a beach or perhaps chairs outside. It's very important to make sure those items are tightly packed.
And now moving on to employee safety and security, there have been rising safety and security concerns. Hospitality workers are vulnerable to dangers and injuries. Personal threats can occur with any guest interaction. Advances in technology can help secure the workplace, such as a bigger focus towards housekeepers and isolation. Personal safety devices are a plausible solution. Legitimate physical health concerns are under OSHA standards, such as musculoskeletal injuries. Plan of action that we can take is emphasizing employee safety through stronger sexual harassment policies and 5-star safety programs. Housekeepers now have hotel housekeeping musculoskeletal injury prevention that they have to go through under training with the Marriott, MGM. Those are all being implemented now. They also have panic devices when they're isolated. This way, if there is an emergency situation, they can use those panic devices to request aid. They now have documented training to make sure that they do understand all the policies and procedures to a T. There's technological implementations too, with monitoring and playback devices, emergency response systems, and tech-savvy protective equipment to make sure that all housekeepers and employees are aware of their current job tasks and what they need to accomplish those tasks.
And to finish up on our last slide, we have our APA citations from the sources we used for our slideshow. My name is Alexander Wang. Thank you.
And I'm Baylee Naples. Thank you.